Hello student, I am Dr. Bharat, Assistant Professor, Department of Geography, KRTR, BH Commerce and AM Science, popularly known as KTHM College. Student friends, I am warmly welcome to today's class. We are talking about GGUT-251 research methodology. Now, today we will be discuss from introduction to research methodology. In this topic, we will cover from types of research. Now, today we are going to about type of research. We will discuss on different types of research. Last lecture we will be discuss on what is meant by the research. Will be discussed today. Will be discuss type of research. Mainly, this topic number first one is the introduction to research methodology. In this topic, cover is meaning and objective of research, characteristics of research, type of research, then various steps of research process, research methods and methodology. Now discuss one by one the type of research. Type of research very important. The basic types of research are as follows: from the descriptive versus analytical. Second one, descriptive research include the survey, fact finding, inquiries of the different kinds. The major purpose of descriptive research in the description of the state of the affair at its exit as a present. Now, it is social science and business research. We quite option used term he exposed fact to research is descriptive research studies. The main characteristics of this method is that is the researcher has no control over the variable. He can only report what has happened and what is happening. Now, this is what is the type of research. Type of research is the basic research follow the descriptive and analytical. Most fact researchers project are used descriptive studies in which the researcher seek to measure such items, for example, frequency of shopping, preference of people, or similarly data. Expert factor studies including attempt of researcher to discover cause even they cannot control and variables. The methods in research is utilized to descriptive research are survey methods of all kinds, including the comparative and correlational methods. Now, in analytical researcher, on the other hand, the researcher has to use facts or informations already available and analyze those to make a critical evaluation of materials. Now, applied versus fundamental research can be either applied or research or a fundamental. May applied means or actions, and fundamental means the basic or pure research. This is the basic difference between the applied research and fundamental research. Now here, applied research aim to finding a solution for the immediate problem facing to society or industrial business organization. Whereas, whereas the fundamental research is mainly concerned with the generalization and with the formulation of a theory. Now, gathering the knowledge for the knowledge sake to the term is pure or basic research. Research concerning some natural phenomena or related to pure mathematics or example of fundamental research. Now, applied and fundamental research similarly, research study is a concern concerning the human behavior carried on with the view to make generalization about human behavior are also examples of fundamental research, but research aims to certain conclusions facing a concrete social or business problem is an example of applied research. Research to identify social, economic, or political trends that may be affect a particular institutions or copy research. Research to find out whether certain communications will be read and understood. On the marketing research or evolution research are example of applied research. Thus, the central aim of applied research is to be discover a solution for some pressing practical problem, whereas basic research is directed towards the finding information that it has to broad base of applications and thus add to be already exist organization body at scientific knowledge. Now, quantitative and qualitative research. This is the basic difference. One is quantitative research is the base on measurement and quantity or amount. Now, it is applied to phenomena that it can be expressed the term of quantity. Now, qualitative research on the other hand is concerned with the qualitative phenomena related to or involve quality of or kinds. For instance, when we are interesting and in investigation the reason for human behavior, why people think do not certain things, Now we caught upon the motivation research as important types of qualitative research. Now qualitative research and quantitative research, this is the type of research aimed to discovering the underlying motive and desires using the depth interview for the purpose. Now, other techniques of such research would be one association test, sentences, complications test, story, complications test, or similar other projective techniques. Attitudes of, opinion research, research designed to find out how people feel, what they think about a particular object or institution is also qualitative research. Qualitative research is especially important is the behavioral sciences where the aims is to discover the underlying motives and human behavior. Though such research we can analyze the various factors which motive people to behavior in a particular manner which makes people likes and dislike particular things. It may be true, however, that to applied qualitative research in practice is a relatively a different job, and therefore, while doing the research, it should be seek guidance from the experimental psychologist. Now, conceptual and empirical research. Conceptual research is that related to some abstract idea or theory. Then it is generally used by the philosophers and thinker to be develop a new concept or a new reinterpreted existing one. Other hand, empirical research rely to experience or observation alone upon without the due to regard for system or theory. It is the database research coming up with conclusion which are capable of being verified by observation or experiment. We can also call it is experimental type of research. In such a research, it is necessary to get a fact first hand and at their sources and actively to go to about doing certain things to stimulate the production of desired information. In such a research, the researcher must be provide himself with the working hypothesis to guess as the problem result. Now, in the works to get enough fact and prove, disprove in hypothesis. He this sets up experimental design which he thinks will the manipulate the person or material concern so as the bring forth of the desired information. Such a research, this is the characterized by the experimenter control over the variable under the study as the deliberate manipulations of one and then one to study its effects. Empirical research is appropriate when proof is sought that certain variable affect the other variable in the same way. Evidence gathered, though the experiment empirical study is studied to be considered to be the most powerful support possible for a given hypothesis. Now, some other the types of research. All the types of research is various. One or more of the above stated approaches based on either the purpose of research or the time required to the accomplish research on the environment in which is the research is done or on the basis of other some other similar factor. From the point of view of time, we can think the of research either as a one-time research or longitudinal research. Now, in other farmer case of the research is confirmed to single time period, whereas in the latter case, research is carried on over several time period. Research can be field setting research, laboratory research, simulation research, depending upon the environment in which it is to carried out. Research can be understood will be can as well as will be understood by the clinical or diagnostic research. So such research follow the case study methods or depth approaches to research the basic causal relationships. Now, such studies usually to get deep into the causes of things or event, the interest as using the very small samples and very deep data gathering devices. This is the another one. Some researcher. The research may be experimentary or may be formalized. The objective of experimentary researchers is the development of hypothesis rather than the testing, whereas the formalized research studies are those with the substantial structure with the specific hypothesis to be tested. Now, historical research is the historical research is that which is utilized historical sources like document, remain, etc. Now, to study the event or ideas of the past and including the philosophy of persons and groups at any remote point of time. Research can also be classified and conclusion oriented and decision oriented. While doing conclusion oriented research, a researcher is free to pick up a problem, redesign the inquiry as he is produced and he is prepared to the conceptualize as he wish. Design oriented research is always for the need of a decision makers, and the researcher in this case is not free to embark upon the research according to his own inclinations. Operation research is an example of decision oriented research since it is a scientific method to providing execute department with the qualitative quantitative base for decision regarding operation under this control. Today we will discuss for different types of research for historical research, empirical research, quantitative research, qualitative research, fundamental research, basic research. These are the some types of research. Student, any doubt, any queries, ask me anytime. Write a mail bharatgadak@teachungcollege.is.ac.in. Student, today we stop here. Next lecture will be discussed from research methodology and research methods. We will continue. Okay, bye. Good day.